Welcome back to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max,
I'm Sam.
and we're coming to you remotely for a change.
Yeah.
So I've taken the opportunity to what I've also been doing is in the new Corona world, watching heaps of movies, heaps of old classics and stuff. It's been really cool, and sometimes like even if it's like a '90s movie, it's obviously I'm looking at it so differently to when I watched it at the time as a teenage boy, you know, just wanting action and stuff. Like there was one movie in particular, that's right, Edge of Darkness with Mel Gibson. And at the time I'm like, I just want to watch this action blow up movie. But then I look at it now and I realize it's actually got some pretty tight storylines, and it's really sad when maybe it was just because I was, you know, had two wines while I was watching it this time. But yeah, it doesn't pull any punches. It was quite interesting watching it through more adult, experienced eyes, and that was Mel Gibson. He's in the good books now, isn't he? Are we allowed to talk about Mel?
Probably not.
Probably this week.
Just delete this whole segment.
I'm sure he's listening.
So Jess and I watched Palm Beach the other night, as well. You know, the Palm Beach movie, the Aussie one.
Yes. I remember not liking it very clearly.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. I think some of the acting was good. I think Sam Neill was a standout. Of course.
So you like Sam Neill? And who else?
Brian Brown, I don't know. I just didn't. He wasn't anything special.
What about Heather Mitchell?
Yeah, I thought she was really good. I thought she was a standout as well. And we were watching the credits at the end to see who was the casting agent. It was Kirsty McGregor, so that was really cool. Right. We recognised a lot of the locations as well, like the basin, which I go camping to sometimes. So that was really cool.
It's really cool when you see moments like that. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it was such an Aussie film, you know, a bunch of mates catching up at a holiday house, you know, all, you know, partying all stop. But I kind of felt like that's what it was. It was just a whole bunch of actors who knew each other, having a great time, and the cameras were on them.
It was a good cast.
It didn't feel like there was enough to get to know each of the characters, so I didn't really feel anything when stuff happened to them. Yeah,
like there were a lot of characters, and they weren't really introduced, like their backstories or anything, you know. I'm agreeing with you. So yeah, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, you didn't feel as connected or whatever.
But you do need to see, and I know I said this last time, The Invisible Man, whenever we can, because it's not on the cinemas.
Yeah, I think it's important to watch Aussie films.
I'm going through some of my list on like Netflix, right? And I'm like looking at this stuff going, why did I put this in the list? You know, I'm looking at stuff that I've seen before. I don't know, maybe I just had this lucid moment where I'm going through going, wait a minute, I don't want to watch that. Or wait a minute, I've seen that. What's going on?
Yeah.
I just had to, so basically that prompted me to go through a clean up of my list and realize just how much stuff I've been adding to that since I've had Netflix.
Oh yeah.
It would take me 6 months to get through it all. And even then, I mean, more content doesn't always mean more good content either. So.
Well, it's a good time to watch movies and educate yourself and just like, you know, practice, get your skills up as an actor.
I'll tell you who's loving the lockdown, Fred. He's never seen so much of me.
Oh, yeah, I know. Bella's loving it as well.
It's like, come on, mate. And we're starting to get on each other's nerves, which is going to be really interesting over the coming weeks.
It's hilarious.
As he vies for my 100% of my attention every second that I'm home.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then my excuse to go out and about is to walk the dog, so he's out there with me. And I've got the new carrier for the Vespa, so that he comes with me on the Vespa now.
Oh yeah.
We can head on down to Centennial Park and go for walks. He doesn't wear the goggles very well. He likes the goggles, doesn't like the helmet.
Oh my god, you put goggles on him?
Yeah, sorry, doggles. And
doggles.
Yes, makes it much better when you say doggles. And but won't wear the helmet. Doesn't like anything on his head. It's the same for his winter beanie.
Yeah, because it covers their ears, right?
His winter beanie. I think the helmet, to be honest, is a bit more decorative. I mean, if he comes off and needs a helmet, he's probably got more to worry about. But it's a really safe carrier. I just want to add that bit. I'm not like just tying him to the back bumper and off I ride. I saw that in, was it National Lampoon's Vacation. Chevy
Oh,
Chase ties the dog to the back of the car. The police pulls them over, has a
Oh,
rant, and then holds
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
leash with nothing much left of it. It's good that voiceovers are still going. One thing I've noticed is
Yeah.
just the dramatic increase in the amount of people auditioning. Like through the online platform that I use, you can see where I'm at, and it's just been released, and there's 40 auditions already in like the first couple of hours, whereas normally it's like 10 in the first couple of hours.
Okay.
So I think more people are trying to submit for jobs. If they hadn't already
Probably.
had a home studio set up, it's probably going to be a lot harder though.
Yeah.
I mean, it took
probably.
me a couple of years to get a list of some regular customers and to get to be able to do some work and organize the
Yeah.
demos and that sort of thing. All the stuff that
Yeah.
I guess you can do now, it just takes a bit more time. Is there a storm
know.
rolling in?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
so
it
there's
raining?
more-
Is it raining near you? Far from me.
No. You're in your
I
own
lit- I
universe
live-
over there.
I live 5 minutes from you. It's not raining.
You're in your own universe.
I know.
At-
It's actually a green screen.
It's
The whole setup going.
Wow, you've got the whole special effects. That's awesome. I'm
Just
impressed.
I wish I could just change the lighting. now.
I wish we could organize the studio like that.
I know. We should just get a green screen. How great would that look?
Just to project everything on
Just
it. Or basically
insert a
just saying,
roller coaster.
Insert,
Like,
yeah.
look, now we're going down.
Or we still don't have coronavirus on the top of it. I keep mentioning the C word.
What?
It's coronavirus.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's hard. It's hard
no.
not to. The whole world.
COVID-19.
COVID-19. Yes. COVID. Is it COVID-19 or is it COVID-19? Or if you're Trump, the China virus.
You know that? Have you heard of that game Plague Incorporated?
No.
Okay, so I played it when I was a kid, like a young kid, and you like start plagues and try and infect the whole world. And I just re-downloaded it, and it's a bit edgy to play it, but
Yeah, I reckon.
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot
Or
of
maybe
fun.
that's how that's how the health authorities are doing their modelling.
I named my virus Divic20. It's COVID backwards.
Did you really?
if anyone- Yeah.
How did you go? Did everyone survive?
No, I killed everyone.
Oh, God. That's not good.
No, it's not
That's
good.
not what you call motivational. So what are you doing
No.
inside? Are you studying plays? Are you
No, I'm
rehearsing? Are you doing
remodeling
self-tapes?
COVID-19.
I'm playing a computer game where I kill everyone using a virus.
Oh no. Yeah.
As long as it's just a game, mate. Don't get...
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's like a voodoo app.
hard work. I mean, you need a lot of dolls to kill everyone using voodoo. So my diary looks kind of bleak now. I've gone from, what was it, pre-corona, what was it, 2 Shakespeares in a week, The Invisible Man with the Q&A, and theatre rehearsals for the play I was in, and now it's like just voiceovers, website, self-tape,
I know it's shit.
It's hard. And I'm the guy who was working from home normally, right? So, and I'm finding it hard. So God knows what it's like for those
Yeah.
of you
Yeah, a lot of
aren't used to working from home, and suddenly,
Yeah.
you know,
people who go out a lot and whatnot.
yeah, it's like, you just miss that social interaction. I was having a 5-minute chat just to the barista this morning because there was only
Any
person
socialization
around.
you get. He's just like, go, you got your f***ing coffee.
Even when I'm doing voiceovers, I'm still talking to myself. There's no one
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
much as I pretend there's someone there.
I know. Well, when you just
Fred-
left to get Fred, I was kind of talking to myself.
Okay. So not just
For a
full
little bit.
crazy, just part crazy.
And our viewers, but they can't talk back, so it's...
No, they...
Because they don't technically
They
exist
can on
in this
social
world
media.
yet. They don't...
Yeah, no, they can talk on social media, but yeah, no, that's not. We're not that.
No.
We're not to
Sad.
broadcast studio yet. We're just happy we can hear each other at this point in time,
Yeah, I know.
and that I can edit 15 channels together to make it one
God.
podcast. So yeah, so my diary's like totally opened up. I'm like, I'm gonna have to start planning things to do, and actually diarising them, like saying, I need to spend an hour on a self-tape at a certain time. I need to spend an hour having a break, which, it's easy to do, or an hour reading a play or something. I feel like I need that in my calendar just to help me stay on track too with where we're at with Two Unemployed Actors and my voiceovers and everything. But help motivate me to do a bit more, because it's so easy to fall into the trap of the couch grabs you.
Yeah.
Especially in our work where there's no discipline there's no 9 to 5-ness.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
This is what the radio peeps are doing. This is what like Kyle and Jackie O are doing. Kyle's in his house with one mic, Jackie O's in her house with another mic, and then they got like the producers out the front in like broadcasting vans.
They can afford to have decent mics and decent studios too.
And
I'm sure
decent producers. No,
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Oh, that was.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have so much fun editing this little broadcast. You'll only be able to hear me.
Oh no!
Sorry, Sam. I didn't get your file. Didn't come through.
Oh, sorry. It somehow went in the trash. Oh no, it's deleted somehow.
Just went straight to my spam. Do you know what's really sad? As an actor in Sydney with the Corona world.
Things. Oh right, yes.
Besides talking to you as part of the podcast, I've got all these events that I need to cancel. Like the union had an event with Joel Edgerton on going to the US.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm just deleting that one. Another movie night, deleting that one.
Oh, you like your movie nights.
Another night,
go have wine.
Another night to the theatre. Sometimes it's an industry one. Like The Invisible Man was an industry one, which means it's an actor AFI industry.
Yes.
You've got to be verified industry to get accepted, and then you can get to hear a bit more too, because it's industry talking to industry. So we had the producer up there and the art director, and you just get to find out perhaps a little bit more than your usual tidbit or bit to the media. And have the opportunity to ask questions, which is great, which I thought was fantastic. There's some great questions. So there's that. Then there's me just walking around the corner to see a movie, to have my own little break, and sometimes the wine makes the movie better. But but it's pretty sad. As I speak to you now, I'm going through my diary and deleting these fantastic moments. I'm like, oh, that would have been a great night. That would have been fantastic. Melbourne Theatre Company, they've cancelled everything to September. Till October, I think. Sydney Theatre Company's cancelled everything. Even the Hamlet. Remember the Hamlet I was raving about, that Shakespeare night of Bell Shakespeare at the Sydney Theatre Company at the Opera House.
Cancelled.
My first standing ovation. And I remember talking to someone else who may nameless in the industry from a particular company, and I said, yeah, absolutely, we should have a plan B. I think it'd be remiss of you not to have a plan B for shutdowns for the coronavirus, just in case. And a couple other people said, yeah, we're working through ours. And they're like, oh, really? Do you think so? And little did we know, like 2 weeks later, that show will be cancelled along with many others for the Corona world. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, it's just changed so much. We're used to now, at least in Australia anyway, getting these updates daily on what we're allowed to do now or not allowed to do now.
Yeah.
But it's been so gradual that it's kind of normal now to wake up and get that update. But then when you walk outside, it's like, I tell you what, Bondi Junction has never been this quiet. It's like I'm living back on the lower North Shore.
Oh, yeah,
I can hear the birds again. I'm not hearing sirens.
Oh, God.
I don't have to shut the windows when I record my voiceovers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I went out in the Vespa today to do a few bits and pieces and go shopping. Finally, some supplies back on the shelf, and just no traffic. Great time to be on the bike, but still.
I know.
Everyone's working
indoors.
from home diligently. Yep. Yeah.
Well, we were chatting about this the other day, but like you go to the supermarket, so there's photos of supermarkets, all the shelves are empty or whatever, and the only things there are everything vegan. So you've got the tofu that's still there. I went to the store the other day, there were like heaps of ice creams gone, and like the only ones there were like the vegan avocado cornettos.
Seriously.
So I bought those.
They're going to... Like they're just stockpiling everything, but it's a virus. I need to stay alive during virus, but I won't do vegetarian.
I know. I'll do everything I can, but not vegetarian. Yeah.
But no, I have my standards. I will starve before I have vegetarian or gluten-free, damn it.
I feel like people are like, oh no, all the meat's gone. Everyone's stocking up on the meat. It's like, shit, I'm going to die of starvation. It's like, well, no. there's
the
other
supermarket
foods.
was crazy. Yeah, all the meat section today was out, but then I walked across the road. The butcher had all full window of all the meat. So I'm like, and
Oh, really?
it tastes better too, I think. I have to go back to going to specialist shops. You know, the baker for the bread, the grocer for the greens, for the veggies, and the butcher for the meat.
Yes.
At least I know it'll be okay. Probably it's going to taste better too. Should we do an outro before you lose it completely?
I think so.
All right, you've been listening to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max.
I'm Sam.
And no matter what happens, we will be back next week with another episode.
Two unemployed actors.